Hello and welcome to another update video about Adaah. Yeah, here on the Adaah chart, we are on the daily chart currently. And by the way, a few days ago on the MCO Global channel, you'll find the link in the description. I really covered the long-term chart in detail and also talk about all scenarios. So if you're interested in that, check out the MCO Global channel. It's linked in the description. But just briefly here for anybody who's just interested sort of in a brief overview of the context, current thesis is still that a fourth wave bottomed here on the 3rd of February. That is not highly likely though, because the move up from the fourth wave, from that fourth wave low, it's not impulsive to the upside. So what would likely happen is some kind of an ending diagonal pattern to the upside that could be unfolding. In this case, for example, we could say that, yeah, this was a wave 1 up, wave 2 down. It held our support there at the time. That was just end of February. And we could be in the third wave, but that would be an ABC structure. Okay, so wave, just that you understand what's going on here. So it could be an A wave, a B wave, C wave. And this structure will be invalidated with a break below the red dotted line at around 58.3 cents. So as long as we're holding above that level, the yellow scenario, which allows for upside like that, stays intact. So it's basically the last swing low, which serves as key level and invalidation point for a scenario in which we can focus on higher prices more directly in either the yellow scenario or the white count. What's the difference? Well, the yellow scenario assumes that the next top could form the bull market top. Yeah, I would call that a B wave rally, and I explained all that in that long-term video. But that I just want to keep it short. So that would be one scenario. In the white count, it's even more bullish. But even then, in the white count, the next high seems to be a substantial one in wave C of 3, and we could get a fourth wave correction then and a fifth wave up afterwards. Yeah. So this is the white count. In both white and yellow, you will not be able to distinguish between them in the very short term. What I can tell you is that the move up from that 28th of February low here is corrective, and also the move up from the 3rd of February low. Actually, we take a look at that on the smaller time frame. Someone asked me earlier today, someone approached me, and just a question from the community, from a member. Couldn't it be that we have already topped in this bull market? And yeah, absolutely, it's possible. It's a 3-wave move up, right? But again, without a break below that red line, I can't confirm that this structure is invalidated. I can only highlight how fragile it is, and that the last rally was a 3-wave move. And all of that means that I don't have much conviction in further upside continuation, right? I mean, many people think that something like a banana zone is coming, or however they want to call it. For me, one more high would be ideal. One more high, but even that, I don't see the clear setups at the moment in the space. Yeah, I only see corrective rallies, which means it's a warning. Yeah, I've been warning about altcoins throughout this entire cycle. There are only a few of all these thousands and actually millions of altcoins. Obviously, I haven't scanned them all, but out of the ones that I'm checking on every day, every week, every month, there's a selection that I find could get another high. Okay, and these are typically the ones I'm covering. I don't normally cover really bearish charts unless they get really asked for very often. So one more high, but again, still the vast majority of coins is bearish. And Adaah, yeah, one more high would be nice. Let's say it like that. But even if we break below the red line, there would be one more bullish scenario I would have to rule out before confirming we are in a bear market. And that would be a reset of this B wave that presumably bottomed in August. You know, we can say this is maybe still unfolding, but it would look strange. It would look strange, but that's why. Okay, let's say the key level on the daily chart we can use to focus on higher is here, that 58.3 cent level. Okay, if that breaks, then the support zone comes into focus again, that the price used already in August. Hold on. Here we talk about 28.8 cents to 35.9 cents. This would be support. For now, we're far away from that, but we have to prepare for a test of that area if we break below 58 cents, because there wouldn't be anything clearly bullish anymore if we break below that level. Yeah. So let's take a look at the smaller time frame for Adaah. But again, if you want to know all the ins and outs, check out the MCO Global channel, please. It's linked in the description. Yeah, here on the smaller time frame, you see the effects of these corrective rallies that we had. So 3 waves up, yeah, in, for example, wave 1 or wave A, 3 waves down in wave 2 or wave B, and then another 3 wave move up, which is just not clearly bullish. It's just not clearly bullish. So a 3 wave move up is always a bit of a concern. So it could be, again, it could be wave A. This here now could be a B wave pullback. I did say that maybe wave B already finished here, but we already identified the Fibonacci support that we had on the chart, and I have removed it already yesterday. We already identified that as very weak support only, so it's not a surprise that we broke below it. And now we're closing in on the invalidation point for the 1-2 setup, which again is on the micro level, and it's a weak one. And at this point, and I mentioned that already in our signal earlier today on Discord, that I assume it will invalidate anyway. It's come down to test that level. But, and that's what you know about if you watched yesterday's video, it is possible that it's forming something maybe like a double bottom here. I just want to make, that's not a setup, but it's like, you know, it could just form another bounce. If it forms a bounce from here, it would likely simply be a wider B wave, which could then result in another C wave down. Okay, so essentially I expect the lower support area to be tested probably in the area between 66 cents and 56 cents. Just looking at the microstructure here, yeah. And then obviously you know the just simply looking at this B wave pullback, the 58 cent level, yeah, should ideally hold, because if this is an AB, then from let's say, oh, let me just explain that differently. So let's tidy that up. Let's say that 1-2 will be invalidated. I can remove it anyway. In the yellow count is still this diagonal pattern, but it would just simply be a reset of wave B. Okay, and this really should hold above 58 cents, as I explained on the daily chart. Because this would be wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C, and wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. The white count is slightly different. The white count is a larger ABC structure. So A wave, B wave. This could go a little lower, and then C wave up. Either way, without a clear 1-2 setup to the upside and a break of at least, at this point, above $1.03, a sustained break, followed by a break above $1.17, there's absolutely no sign of a low in place, and it just indicates weakness, and I expect fully that the blue zone will be tested between 66 and 56 cents. That's the update about Adaah. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in additional free content, check out our newsletter, our MCO Insider newsletter. I've just sent it out for today. It comes out every few weeks, so you can register if you haven't done so. If you're interested, typically there's an analysis in there, like there's a macro update, news around MCO, and so on. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. The link is in the description, also in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.